people, we got another new video for you guys here again today. Some more Fishing Planet, yes indeed. And today we are in the ocean map, and we're going to explain why this is the new best map and the best map that I have ever played on Fishing Planet. I've played this game for 8.5 years. We have nearly 1,000 videos in our playlist of just Fishing Planet. So if you're stuck on any map, or you need to do missions or fish monster missions or any sort of hotspot that you're looking for in any lake, check out our playlist. You will find everything that you need right there. So today I'm going to explain. Now, I do prefer sea fishing, saltwater fishing. I do prefer that in real life, so that kind of gives it a little bit of a plus already straight away. But that's not the main reason why this is the best lake, or best map should we say, not lake. The reason why I say this is the best map is because we hook fish insanely fast like nobody's business. Just like right now, we've got a fish on. So right now I'm using the DLC rod. If you don't have this rod, we are going to make videos of the in-game cash rods that we can purchase that work here. I have used the Nile Chaser. It's a little bit of a struggle, but you can do it. The same as the Mocky rod. I've used the Mocky rod and it does work. It's a little bit more time consuming, but you can get the rod in. So the best thing I like about this map is when you see the fish, you can see marlin jump out of the water. They try and shake the hook off, and there we go. We have a yellowfin tuna, just a little small one there. It was a bit glitchy. Of course it would be. It's a new update. So this rod, part of the DLC, using the trolling octopus works very well. I cast my rod out just like that. There's not a specific distance. I just cast it out. I pick up my anchor. I troll. And you can catch a big, massive grouper. We've shown all hotspots in this place. So if you're stuck at all, or you're looking for a certain fish, or you're trying to do the mission, as I said, check out our playlist of Just Fishing Planet. We do live stream over on TikTok, YT Bubbles Way. No capitals, no spaces. And that's how fast you catch fish. Look at that. Boom. We got another one on already. Now, this is something I wanted to show you. The boat's still moving, and all it's going to do is rip line like nobody's business. Look at that. It's just going to keep on taking the line. It's not going to stop. So as soon as you get a fish on, when you're up here and you're looking down, hit your anchor, then move to that spot, so that way you can then pick up the rod. Don't leave the boat moving, because you're just going to make it a lot harder for yourself to try and reel the fish in. We have caught some big fish in here already. The fish monster fish, I call the grouper Zilla. That was £593. We've caught some Pacific tuna, £389. So we have caught some decent sized fish already. I haven't yet completely searched the whole map, but we do have a lot of hot spots. So the fish finder, this boat, this DLC is $49.99. You can buy the cheaper one, which is £33.50. Or in some cases, some people are getting it for £33.49. I don't know why the penny's different, but it is for some consoles. The fish finder helps you find fish like nobody's business. Use it. It works 100%. But trolling is the quickest new way to catch fish. You can catch fish with grouper, but then you're sitting there with bait and you're waiting. Whilst I'm waiting for the fish to hook on, I normally mess around with a spinning rod whilst I'm fishing for grouper, just so that way it keeps my hands busy. So I'm not sitting there for too long waiting for a bite. Now, we see tuna jump out the water, we see dolphins jump out the water, we see all different types of fish jumping out the water, whales and stuff, and the fish finder helps you find fish. But another thing, which is the same as like real life, we have seagulls where I live, and they're very noisy. They wake me up every morning. Well, we have seagulls in this game. Yeah, seagulls. They wake me up every morning at 4 o'clock. Anyway, as well as using the fish finder, it's a big sign. When you see birds on this game, look, you can see fish jumping out the water over there. Skipperjack tuna, just like I said, you see fish jumping out of the water. And that is on one of our hot spots there that we've got marked. As you can see, we've got a marker over there. This is a decent sized fish we have on here. It's giving me a good fight. We catch fish back to back when we do the trolling. When we do the, going for grouper, it does take a little bit longer. But when we troll for fish, it is so fast. It is very quick, very instant. Now, Trolling, I feel like, I don't know, there could be other speeds, but I'm sticking with what works. If it works, don't change it, leave it as it is. 6 to 7 knots I troll at, and I hook fish one after the other, continuously, non-stop. It is very, very quick for catching fish. Always look out for birds. If you haven't got hot spots and you're new to this place, look around for these seagulls. Wherever you see them, there's going to be fish around. So if you haven't got this boat, you haven't got a sonar, or you don't like using a sonar, look, we got fish here as well, jumping out the water there. Pacific tuna, oh, yellowfin tuna that is. We got yellowfin tuna there. We got skipperjack tuna over there. I like the fact that the fish jump out the water. You don't really see that on any other map, so that's a new thing. Another thing that they added was markers. Now, you've always been able to set markers for your fish, but they've added a new thing, and it's navigation buoy. If you set a navigation buoy, you can then fast travel to that location, which is good because this map is absolutely humongous and there's still a lot more for me to explore. I've been playing it continuously every day, 12 to 17 hours live over on TikTok, YT Bubbles Way, no capitals, no spaces. So if you want to see us live stream, you could always come over there and check it out. But anyway, we've even put ourselves on the leaderboard by catching some of these fish. Not even the monster fish, just normal fish. Not the fish monster, just normal fish. We put ourselves on the leaderboard. So there is some big fish. They say they go up to £880. The biggest that I've seen so far is £650. So do they really go up to £880? I'm not sure. We won't know until we carry on fishing and just see what happens. But the game mechanics on this map is absolutely beautiful. We can see dolphins jumping out. We see different types of fish species. We see birds moving around. We can fast travel. There's many reasons why I like this map. And sometimes it does get a little bit choppy out here. And when I say choppy, I mean, there is one thing that I wish they did add it, but they haven't got it. Maybe in the future they could add it. Who knows? They do change things. You do see fish when you have a fish on. You have marlin. They do jump out the water and shake in the air and try and get the hooks up and stuff. But when it gets a bit choppy, you see a thing called white horses, seahorses. If you don't know what they are, it's basically when the weather gets a bit rough. And you see there was a bit of white. You'll see the waves and they'll have loads of little white foam on the top. That is awesome. I wish, the only one thing I did wish they did add was sometimes it gets a bit rough and maybe one of the waves hit your boat and the water comes over onto you, you know, and kind of you see a bit of water come in here and then it drain out in the drain bit there. That is not a thing. We do not see waves splash up on our boat. I've gone to day 30 and we have not seen that happen once, which is a shame. I hope that they add that at some point again, because it is real life fishing. You are going to get some waves that hit the boat and are going to come up onto the boat. We haven't seen that. But the reflection of the sun, I can't quite see it because it's over that way. But the reflection of the sun hitting the water looks absolutely amazing. The main point is this DLC worth it? As I said, this is the best map on the game at the moment. You've got to be level 83 to get in here. New max level is 90. I prefer this one because it's sea fishing, but I also prefer it because of the amount of level of detail. Whenever I play games, I'm always looking around for the most silliest, smallest thing. I look around for movement, for clouds. I look around for birds moving, for bits of dust and all sorts of things moving in the game. Trees moving and stuff like that. I like the realism of graphics. I love graphics on games. And this Fishing Planet's come a long way. 8.5 years of me playing this game. You know, when I very first started, it was one rod. They didn't have rod stands. You couldn't hold more than one rod. It was one rod in your hand, and that was it. There was nothing else to it. There was never boats or anything like that. They've come a long way, and all of their changes are good. I think the only one change that I really didn't like out of everything was the max drag. You can no longer max drag anymore, which makes it very time consuming to reel in your fish It really does take a long time. When I'm catching fish at like 580, 590 pound fish, it's taking me around about 20 to 25 minutes in real time to bring the fish in. We have already experienced the game bug that is always there every single year, which I'm always disappointed about, which is when you get a fish on and you fight it, you fight it, you fight it, and no matter what, it doesn't matter what you do, you cannot bring it in. I got trolled a lot, and I got a lot of hate for a video that I put out. It was just over an hour long of me having a grouper on the line, or so I thought it was, a grouper. We had the recording of 1 hour and something, and before I even hit record, I had the fish on for about 40 minutes. Nearly 2 hours real time of me fishing with one fish. In real time, nearly 2 hours. That's a game bug. And everybody said to me, no, it's not a game bug, you're using weak gear, you're not using the right gear. I've played this game for 8.5 years to know the difference between a game bug and to know the difference between a big fish. It's your choice. If you know, people's like, explain yourself. I don't need to explain myself. I've played this game for 8.5 years. If I say it's a game bug, it means it's a game bug. That's it. It's not me trying to be clever or smart or smarmy or whatever you want to class it as. This game bug appears every time there's a new map. I've had it for 8 years. Every single time there's a new map, I get a fish on, and it's just impossible to reel it in. You can't reel it in. They've always had that game bug. I contacted the devs and I said, oh, congratulations, your game bug's back again that you get every single year. And they said, yep, we've noticed it's back. We're very sorry that this has happened. Thanks for letting us know. We're going to be working on it ASAP. I haven't had that game bug since, so I think maybe they have already fixed it, possibly. There was a patch recently that they fixed that game bug. But that seems to come every time there's a new update. I don't know how they always get that game bug, but they always get it every single time there's a new map. But besides that, hopefully that's fixed. I haven't noticed it since, so hopefully they fix that. Look at that, stirring up the water a little bit there. That looks a bit like an amberjack. I don't know, is it an amberjack? It's either an amberjack or Pacific tuna. That happens as well. Sometimes I've got the fish in. Look at that, it's running like nobody's business. I get a fish in around about 9 foot, and then when I get it in at 9 foot, it bounces off to like 210 foot. When they get in close and they see that boat, they want to dip. They're out of there. They're running hard. Let me see if I can try and get this one in here. This one's giving us a really good fight. I was hoping to catch loads of fish throughout this one and show you 4, 5, 6 fish, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. We're already recording this at like 13 minutes in, and we've had this fish on for a short minute. Come on. But anyway, at least you've seen the tuna fish jumping out the water. You've seen skipperjack. You do get the Pacific bluefin tuna jumping out the water as well. It's nice to see the fish jumping out the water, because that's what happens in real life. In real life, you see these seagulls. You see them coming down to the water, to the surface. Look at that, look. See that bird there? Look, coming down to the surface. He went in the water. And you get that in real life. In real life, all the birds like to drop down when they see a shoal of fish like that. They drop down and bang, they take the fish from the surface. And that's how they eat. That's how the birds eat. And they do that in the game. So again, another realism of life there, because that does actually happen in real life. Jeez, this one is absolutely giving me a run for my money right now. Come on. We're trying to make a video for YouTube, man. We can't be spending all this time. We're trying to make a video. We're trying to explain things and show things. There we go. We finally got it. So with the hook in there, you can have that on so you adjust it yourself. There you go. We got a uni for you guys. That didn't work out too bad, did it? So you can do that where you do it yourself and you have to hook it yourself. That to me is very time consuming. Takes a lot of... it's not worth it. Just leave it on automatic. Turn it off so it hooks itself like that. There you go. There's a unique big-eyed tuna we have caught bigger. That's why it hasn't come up saying it's our new record. But we still got a uni throughout this video. Worked out. It worked out. So if we cast out our line again, I'm going to... It doesn't matter how far you cast it. You can let it sink a little bit as well if you like. It doesn't matter how far you cast. Troll at 6, 7 knots. And if I pull out the map here, We've got a lot of markers. There's still a lot down here that I found, but not as unis, different ones. I will make more hotspot videos. I've already made quite a lot already. But over here we got the hotspot for the good old grouper. I heard some splashing there. I think we had a bit of an interest there. So I'm going to quickly reel in my rod. I'm going to show you another thing. Navigation. You can set markers to where you want to go. To show your fish, sorry. Let me try and get a day where it's a bit more choppy. I want to show you the waves where you see a lot of seahorses. Look at the reflection of the water, man. It looks so good. If I just quickly go like this. And look, we can zoom in. Look at that. The graphics look amazing. Over there as well. See that there where them palm trees are? You can actually stop on there and put your rod rest down and actually fish off of that location as well. So that's nice. I haven't done too much fishing like that yet over there, but we will at some point. So if I pull out the map anyway, we can set markers for our fish. We can also set navigation buoy. Now this is a new thing. You never used to be able to do it. If you set a navigation buoy, you can click on it and you can click fast travel. If you do it more than once and you haven't let the cooldown timer, it will cost you 8 bait coins. The first time it will be free, but if you try and move from spot to spot too quick, it will take 8 bait coins. So do bear that in mind. The reflection, the movement of the water, every single thing in this new map they have done is amazing. I waited so long for this update, 8.5 years, but I waited even longer. It was meant to come out in March, and then it got backlogged and backlogged and backlogged. At this point, I'm glad that I waited as long as I did, because now it looks like it was worth the wait. I'm going to try and see if I can quickly show you, just before we end the video, I'm going to see if I can try and show you a choppy day. So a choppy day, as I said, I would love the waves to hit the boat and come up and splash you a little bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that. Hopefully, in future updates, I'm hoping they do. They change that, because that will happen in real life. You will get some waves that come up and hit the side of the boat. We'll see if we can try and get a choppy day to show you some of these seahorses. So seahorses is where you get the white bit of foam on top of the surface like that. This is a little bit rougher, but it's not completely a rough day. There is days that are a little bit rougher than that. I haven't noticed any days where it's raining yet, unfortunately. I would have loved to see it rain. I would have loved to see the waves hitting up against the boat and splashing over. Yeah, they could change it. Who knows? The reflection of the water, look at that. It makes it more like a lighter green. And then over there you can see it's more of a darker colour. So there's seahorses there. All of them white ones. So if I just quickly do this, and then we can zoom in and we can see it a bit better. Look at that. Look at all of them seahorses. That means it's getting a bit rough, a bit choppy out here. Look at that. Beautiful. Done a really good job. We also see a lot of yachts around, which is there in the distance. We also see some trawlers. We also see over there some ferries as well. People enjoying their holidays and stuff. Long cruises. They've done an amazing job. Well done to Fishing Planet. Look at that. Yeah, it's getting proper choppy out here. We've got a bit of movement like that on the boat as well. I do like to see that. Look at that. Perfect. That is nice. Done a really, really good job. Congratulations to Fishing Planet. I've waited so long for this update. So long. So long. If we move up to here, there was where you used to have to keep selecting rod stands of. I'm glad they took that off. Now you just press that button, it goes straight to your rod. You can have 4 people on this boat, it being the bigger boat. The cheaper DLC will allow you to have 3 people on your boat. So look out for seagulls, look out for those birds to catch your fish, but also, as well as birds, make sure that you're keeping an eye on this fish finder here. This sonar works absolutely amazing. You do have that sonar on the other boat, the cheaper DLC, but if you have a boat without sonar there, or the sonar isn't very good, as I said, keep an eye out for those. Look at that. Keep an eye out for those flocks of seagulls. You'll see loads of them. They'll all pile in together, and that's normally a good indication that there is birds around. If you see there isn't any fish on the sonar, there is a couple up there on the top right. If you see there's no fish, doesn't mean you can't catch a fish. So don't worry about it. Look, we've already got a fish on, bang. That quick. We catch fish like nobody's business out here. Sometimes it will do that. Fish line escaped. If you do get a fish on, I highly recommend, whilst you got a fish on, look, stand here all the time. As soon as you see your line going like that, or the rod bending or tapping, hit your anchor and then go to your rod. Do not leave the boat running. If you leave the boat running, it's going to take you a month to reel it in, or you might not even be able to reel it in. I normally go around about 8 or 9% on the boat, which gives me anything between 6 to 7 knots. That seems to work very, very good. That seems to work best. This is the best map we have ever seen Fishing Planet create, and this map is absolutely humongous. A very, very, very big map. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree or disagree. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't keep missing out on those tips and tricks videos, hotspots and missions and all of the good stuff you need to know. I'm going to quickly show you that DLC rod there. That's the setup that I'm using right now. I am using X series line because I can't purchase any other line at the moment, but you want at least around about £140 line for this rod setup here. If I quickly show you, I think it's this one. Yep, this one here. This is my bait setup rod. There you go, look, we got the X series pyramid on there, which is what you get for 30 days for fishing in this place. And then on this one we got £87. So that's the rod setup that you get when you purchase this DLC plus the boat. And there's the other rod setup. When I get to level 90 max level, we will be going into the shop and buying the in-game cash rods, which are stronger than the rods that we've got right now, and we will be making more videos on that. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I know it went on a bit long, but I was trying to give you as much info as I possibly could. And if we click on here, look at all the new fish species that we're able to get. Absolutely, really, really big fish. This is a nice fish. I haven't caught that as unique yet because I've been concentrating on trying to get those big fish. We've got some unique marlin giving us great fight, and yellowfin tuna. Pacific tuna, although they're only trophy, not unique, they do say they go up to £880. I haven't seen anyone pull that yet, but hopefully we can. Who knows? We'll see as time goes on. Same goes as grouper, £882. Biggest I've seen is £850. Sorry, 850, 650, £650 is the biggest that we've seen. But we're going to keep fishing here and carry on, and who knows, we might be able to find that monster. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. As I said, leave your comments below. Let us know, do you think this is the best map they've ever made? In my opinion, I love saltwater fishing. There's so much level of detail, and I always look for level of detail and how fast the rate is of catching fish. Check out our other videos of hotspots. Catch you people again soon for some more funny games. I'm out. Peace. I don't know why I did that.